here, but I think I got to side with the analyst desk. I think AMD has a very strong chance of this, but you can't ever take away the fact that, you know, these two guys, relatively new playing together, have gone this far. They've got a shot at the semifinals, and if they get knocked out in the quarters against Cooler and Toxic, that's nothing to feel bad about.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to be very excited for every chunk they can take out of their armor.
Yeah, I mean, the rumor is if you give Tox weapons, he will destroy them. So we'll see. We'll see if that actually happens. But I mean, look at him. He's 19.
Yeah.
He's 19.
And Bus Driver doesn't look all that stressed out either.
Yeah, as long as they're having fun, like, we'll see. We'll see.
Indeed, we will. And of course, it's going to be a best of 5 series. Venger is like one of the players who plays very close to the monitor, kind of like Claus does. But we're going to be getting a close look at Awoken, a very close-knit and close quarters map for #1. And usually would make me a little bit nervous seeing something like this kick off to an explosive start on Awoken. But here, I think this is exactly the right way to go about it. Good luck and have fun to both teams as we kick off Vengabus and AMD.
Starting off on Cooler here. On that, Visor pops the vision immediately to communicate that information over to Tox here. A little bit of LG coming out as he gets stuck in the T-Con, and Venger takes him out immediately here. A bit unfortunate start.
I would have been happy if we started a trend of every first blood becoming a pummel in the playoffs here, but not quite today, not quite with this matchup. And it's going to be a big Fakot down here at the LG. Venger backing off, trying to lay down some damage, even looking for one more fadeaway rocket. His turn's going to be getting a little bit of damage off. And I was wondering, with the Galena ban, is that effectively an Eisen ban as well? But right now we're going Eisen Visor the whole way.
Yeah, vision and turrets for the win. You can control that TP exit there as Tox misses that close-up rail, and he's going to get knocked out into the pond and get a little wet here as Venger makes his way over to the T-Con. Throws down that totem. Great rocket, and look at that totem pop off the jump pad from Tox there.
And he's going to be coming right back up the jump pad, and that nearly worked out, but Venger and Bus Driver keeping things close, keeping things tight here 4-4. This could be a day of big upsets, of big surprises, but currently we're going to be looking at Bus Driver getting the pickup for Mega, crossing it right back over to Heavy. He's going to be able to put a ton of pressure on it. Cooler goes down. Toxic comes in to save the day, but a little bit too late. I think if Toxic dove in a little bit sooner, that could have gone their way.
Yeah, but with 10 seconds up, Bus Driver doesn't have the best stack yet with his power-up, but that rocket's going to help, but Tox takes him down, so not the worst thing that could happen now. 5 seconds of the power-up, Bus Driver can make his way back in. Tox coming in like a wrecking ball. Cooler on top of it. Bus Driver melts Cooler, and wow, look at that LG here.
Yeah, getting the first power-up is going to be a major feather in the Vengabus's cap. We're going to be looking at, the quad is just hiding at the moment here as we got Venger diving down, dodging, oh no, not dodging the rockets, eating one directly from Cooler, but the frags keep on trading, as does the quad itself.
Bus Driver ends up with it though, has the LG over at T-Con, and can he find some frags? 9-8, so the split's not too bad here. He's just going to grab the 50 shard and kind of time this one out.
Yeah, so Bus Driver is going to be running out of time on that quad, unfortunately. It's going to keep things very, very tight, like you mentioned. But we got the piercing sight popping out. He doesn't have a whole lot of cells for this fight. Tries to switch over to rockets, but a little bit too late. Perfect shotgun coming out of Cooler.
55 HP though, needs to heal back up. Does have a lot of 25 to work with on this side of the map as they rotate over to Mega. Pops the vision and decides not to. They're going to concede that over to Vengabus.
Cancel that as Cooler is going to be popping back through the teleporter, eating a lot of damage from Tribal and Rails here.
Wow. And
Venger coming from behind with the LG, perfect timing. And we're still tied 10-10. Venger nearly getting popped out of the map. This is a very difficult corner to play through or play from. And it's going to be mutual frags traded off either way. And this quarter, oh no, Cooler's out of the map again. He just cannot keep his footing on Awoken.
Yeah, I hope he could swim because he's in the water a lot here as a Bus Driver making his way over to the LG here, 11-12, as Vengabus takes a small lead. Visions pop, there's the LG. Needs to turn around, but not in time. Cooler gets taken out, melted by that shaft. Bus Driver not looking so hot as the chase comes in. A little bit, a tri-bolt as well will not connect. And in the 2v1, will they get it? Tox actually takes down Venger as Bus Driver doesn't go up the jump pad with his teammate. 13-12, flick rail for the win there. As the Toxic goes down. Good rockets from Cooler there, but Bus Driver still alive, pushing in 8 seconds until the power-up. Cooler takes him down as they trade rockets. Venger will take down Cooler, but Tox will get the best of Venger, and it looks like AMD is going to secure this power-up.
Yeah, with trade after trade after trade, but I got to appreciate and respect how Vengabus decided to approach that, where, you know, we had one player who's fairly low at the health corner. You have to pop out at some point. You have to make the push, and that was the time to do it. And it's going to turn into Toxic here on the protection. but even still, they're 15 to 15.
Yeah, very even as Venger with good LG to keep Tox out. He's going to go through the TP and try and close the gap, and he does. Gets the frag onto Venger. Little rocket jump over for more rail. Ooh, doesn't take the rail on Bus Driver, but will switch to LG and get the frag, and also could get the 2v1. What a rail on Venger over there as he tries to fade into the LG room.
Yeah, back-to-back clean frags there for AMD. That's going to allow them to pull ahead just a little bit, and these rails from Toxic are, well, I mean, it's Toxic. What is there to say?
Yeah, known for these rails. Will we see another highlight reel off this match? It's looking good for them so far. They do have a 4-frag lead. Going into the cup, he throws down the turret. Lots of damage coming out with these rockets.
This is a lot of defense of the Mega, but they both got distracted from below, and Toxic's going like, hey, I'm still here, I'm still a threat. I'm gonna take you both down now that you're bloodied and pulped.
Yeah, 1v2 takes them both out and grabs the Mega. That's got to be great for his confidence. 23 to 16 as they're extending the lead slowly but surely. This is that rail. Venger does take down Cooler, but Toxic will be able to get in over to this heavy area, which is actually taken. And Toxic trying to find where the enemies are here, just trying to get some damage going. 24 to 17, 20 seconds until the quad. Toxic trying to make it rain here, throws down a totem. LG out just trying to defend that TP. A little bit of LG from behind the rail will miss. Venger going for another one, will eat his own rail, but Bus Driver's right there to try and help his teammate, and there's the rocket to take down Toxic. And with 6 seconds left, it looks like Venger and Bus Driver are going to be able to secure this quad. There's the rocket jump. Bus Driver will get it as Venger takes down Cooler. Bus Driver takes down Toxic. The turret's deleted. And now this is the power-up they needed. They need to get some frags. A lot of tribal damage coming out from Bus Driver there. Look at that. Absolutely eating it all. You
can see how eager Bus Driver is to make some damage happen with this quad. And he's getting a few in here, but he was obviously expecting a lot more. Toxic goes down, though. A great rail nearly made it too. There's the tribal from Cooler to take things back into control with both. I mean, look at the stack here from Cooler. This guy is stacked like none other. Taking down Venger. Some pretty good damage coming from him, but the frag lead is still in AMD's hands.
Yeah. Down to 5 now. Not as bad. Cooler will get the Mega. Good control of that. Grabs a little bit of shotgun. Does have a rocket there as well. That always helps. But yeah, 6 frags now as Toxic take down Bus Driver. Venger again with the trade. And they need to get in on this next power-up as Vengabus needs to turn the tide here.
I appreciate the emphasis of control on Cooler here. He just wants to be as stacked as possible all the time. And it's going to be just an expectation of a frag there on the teleporter exit. Cooler able to get the 1 down, and we've got the Mega coming back up as well. It's going to go into the hands of Vengabus at the moment, as Cooler's going to be taking a lot of damage at the LG, getting completely trapped, and you can see that eager collapse like, oh, we found Cooler. He's not stacked. He doesn't have Toxic next to him. Let's take him down.
Get him. It actually works out great as Bus Driver doesn't take a lot of damage. Will eat some damage on that rocket. 77 HP looking for the rail here. Ooh, and that pole just gets in the way, but that one doesn't as he hits one. Will he follow up with it? Here comes Toxic from behind with the nail gun.
We're going to be taking a quick look here at Vengabus as they're preparing for this protection. This could make or break the Monowoken.
I'm pretty decent stack as well. 1 here, Eisen. Eisen dead, but I'm weak. 1 dead. I have sight to see if that spawns. I'm really low. Both rocket. 1 gonna rocket jump from heavy. I knocked him back down. Yours if possible. Yep, taken. I'm above you. Mega's 11. 41, sorry, 41. Both there. Banana.
Okay. I'm gonna take it.
That's too late, I guess. Yours. 14.
I can't go in.
Okay, I'm with you anyway. Armor's up. I'll take.
Okay. Yeah, you take. 1 rocket.
Okay, coming to heavy.
LG.
The other is on heavy.
He's gonna die.
On heavy now.
Yeah, it really felt like Venger was a little bit late with his call out to the LG. Was like, all right, I need help at Rocket. You could tell that that Bus Driver was maybe collapsing in that direction, but going through the LG, the response was late, and Cooler's able to get
cleaning him up.
2 for the price of none there with the Rockets, and that was a decent protection run out of Vengabus. They were able to hold on to it the whole time, but as you can see, AMD was able to kite them around the map fairly effectively.
Yep, not getting those frags, not giving them up easy, and that's exactly what you got to do when you don't have the power up. Cooler taking down a bus driver. Toxic will get the heavy. Venger with great rockets on the cooler here, and Toxic needs to be very careful, but he can't quite get away. Venger with another great rocket on the Toxic.
Cooler's even kind of jumping out towards the edge of the map anyway. He just wants to fall off. He wants to go for a swim, but we're down to 5 frags between them, and on Awoken, that is so incredibly close. Cooler still making the damage happen with the Shoddy coming back in fairly okay. We've got the heavy back up. We don't really have AMD with a lot of priority on the heavy itself, but here comes Cooler to make a statement.
The LG battle comes out as bus driver peppering with the machine gun,
yeah.
1 HP, and that's 1 is all you need here. 24 seconds until the quad. Cooler's going to be looking for some help to try and stack back up before this power-up comes up.
Yeah, he's going to be focused on the 25s, focused on not dying because, you know, the time is nigh. He's got to be here. He's got to be ready for it. And Toxic's not looking all that hot on his stack either, so defending this is going to be everything. He's got the piercing sight back up.
Wow.
But he couldn't see that tribal coming, couldn't see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
26 HP here. The quad goes down. Cooler's going to get in on it, but he's going to take a lot of LG damage. Needs to be careful again with 1 HP. A little bit of rockets towards the heavy, but he has to concede, just trying to keep this away. 42-32 as AMD has a gigantic lead now, and they could just trade out the rest of the kills. A little bit of LG tickle. Venger will go down. Bus driver takes down Cooler, and the quad will be down right next to the Mega. That's a delicious pairing.
And Toxic's right back on it, but he cannot enjoy it. That quad is just turning into a trap. Venger getting some awesome streaks here, but it's got to keep on going. He's got to keep it running. And Cooler just no fear, doesn't care about this quad. He's not worried about losing a few frags here.
Yeah, that could be everything, though, as Venger will get the heavy. Here comes an aggressive LG. No turret out, but Venger actually wins it, and Toxic is just like, boop, from behind. As at 44-37 here, getting closer and closer. AMD trying to tighten the noose and end this one.
A great little bit of pummel, but Toxic is left with only 7 HP here. We've got 6 frags to close things off, and Cooler's got to be, I mean, we know Cooler, right? He's like, oh yeah, we're just going to take this. Like, you don't have to slow down, you don't have to pump the brakes, you don't have to worry too much, but Toxic is going, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative here.
Yeah, 45-37, Cooler takes down bus driver, and it's looking more and more like AMD is gonna go ahead and park this bus for the first map. Venger with 2 great rails, though. He has something to say about that. 39-45, 35 seconds until protection comes up. And Vengabus is gonna need this one. Good LG, doesn't quite get him off the map here, but does push Toxic away.
You can see the raw focus and energy in the way that Venger is moving through the map right now. He is being very direct about how he wants this, and with this potentially a last protection, we're gonna be listening to AMD.
Push. Coming, upper mid, watch out. 1 mega before.
Coming from quad.
Okay, don't go. We're fucked. Get mega. I'm at shaft.
I think he's on water.
Okay, watching. He's on shaft.
Yes.
I'm backing off. I'm pushing guys. At rail. Just survive.
Yep. Water. Rail.
1 pushing you.
Yep.
I got heavy.
Upper.
That's going to be an amazing run here, and the thing that was kind of shocking to me was Cooler actually going, no, we're not going to push this protection. They're still making the frags back, and they're still going to be winning this battle of attrition, but a really good run out of Vengabus.
Yeah, 47-41. It looks like AMD is going to be able to take this one, but yeah, it's really important to be able to say, hey, we got to concede this. We're not in a position to contest.
And I don't know if Cooler knows any of those words. That's just not how he operates, but here we go. 3 frags to cap off Awoken. Cooler's gonna be able to take over a heavy, and he's gonna be looking for some targets. The Vengabus is gonna be parked right back here at the banana, really closing off and putting Cooler in an awkward position. He's gonna be trying to stay in the corner, making a great rail. 1 more shot would do it here, as AMD's looking for it through the pickup window.
Yep, 49-41 here. AMD looking for that final kill to take map number 1. 2 minutes left in the map, so even if they play defensive, all they got to do is play together, just trade this last one out.
I mean, you got to be feeling good about it after taking away Mega, after taking away Heavy, and it doesn't take a whole lot of process of elimination on Awoken to figure out where your opponents are. Oh, Tweedledum and Tweedledee are back here at the LG. Let's cap it off. Let's finish off Awoken.
Yeah, great job by AMD to take that first map there, but Vengabus didn't look too shaky. It wasn't that bad.
No, it was very close the entire way through, and you can kind of see on Cooler's face, like, that was a little bit closer than...
Yeah, he's not a fan. He's like, I didn't like that at all.
And on the other side, Wenger and Bus Driver, you know, swapping some hot tips, but...
Yep.
I think they've got to feel marginally okay about that outcome. I mean, Awoken is such a razor's edge map. As we're going to be seeing in some of these replays, I mean, Toxic and Cooler just fending off a lot of great shots, but we're going to be focusing on the ring outs at the moment.
Yeah, it's a nice little summer day, right?
Yeah.
Just play in the water, why not?
Splish splash.
You definitely get a disease falling in there, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it looks pretty mangy.
Yeah, look at that rail. That's fantastic from Cooler.
I mean, this map might as well just literally be Florida.
Yeah.
But we're going to be going into map 2 here very shortly. Again, if you're AMD, you got to be thinking like, all right, cool, did okay on Awoken. It was pretty close. The map can be a grind, but it can also be very swingy. It's one of the great things about Awoken when it came out is that it was very much an A side versus B side map.
Yep.
And you're looking for those rotations. You're looking for that control on the rail. But again, we don't have Galena in the pool, so she can't really just, you know, create a fortress, create that wall, create that barrier, and just make it very difficult for anybody to rotate.
Yeah, Eisen kind of filling that gap a little bit, but not as strong with the turret. But as we go into map number 2, let's see if Vengabus can do a little maintenance on it and get to cruising. Am I right?
Yeah. They definitely could use a little bit of inflation there.
Yeah, they need Keanu Reeves.
Does that make me Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
I really hope not.
Absolutely. You're always going to be my Sandra
Jeez.
Bullock.
Well, thank you, I guess. Get caught in the net later, but we're going to be going into it here pretty soon. You can see Bus
Deep
Driver.
reflection.
Yeah, exactly. Hands folded, meditating. Wenger's looking a little bit more nervous, but he's only 19, so you know that's just the nerves of youth.
Yeah.
But we're going to be going from a very young player to a very old map indeed. Blood Covenant, it's going to be the campgrounds, the champ grounds, any way you want to call it. This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, this one should be very, very exciting here. A little bit more room to work with, but let's see if that's going to help or hurt Vengabus as they try and adjust and take this second map in the series against AMD.
Toxic loves Blood Covenant. Cooler loves Blood Covenant. I mean, the fact that these two are even legally allowed to play on the same team together is still kind of appalling to me. Like, this is a violation of several international laws, I'm sure.
So do we see a slash?
We could. In TDM, it's a little bit more of a rarity because being able to rotate around the map is valuable in duel. In TDM, it's a little bit more about kind of staking your claim, going LG to LG, going, all right, this is just the way the numbers are going to work out, this is the way the frags are going to work out. I would be surprised to see anything like a light champion on Blood Covenant, but I'm ready to be wrong.
Yeah.
Almost always.
I would love for you to be wrong, not because I'm a horrible person, but because Toxic Slash is something
It is
it's
amazing,
artwork is what it is. And look at that fantastic artwork. Can I get that in my house?
It might be coming home with me. I mean, we could fight over it, yeah.
Yeah, we could fight about
I'm
that
more on the
later.
Swordlight side of the fence myself, but
Well, I'll take that too. That'll be fine.
you don't get two of them, you get one.
Oh, okay.
how that
Well,
works.
that's not fair.
Yeah.
But this is mine. These are mine.
No, okay, fine.
This is why we can never play 2v2 together.
No, not at all. But I'm examining Cooler a lot here and going like, okay, he's looking pretty focused here.
Yeah, I mean,
Not to say that Cooler
Is he ever not focused?
that's the thing. You know, I've never seen him just all loose and happy and fun. And it's not like Toxic is really encouraging that kind of behavior either.
I think they're just really into it. They want to advance into the semis, as does everybody. And yeah, it's hard to take anything like this lightly. I mean, it's always nice to have fun, but yeah, let's get into it as Wenger will get this nail gun spawn.
He's looking for fights immediately. He's like, all right, are we ready? Is this
almost
is
like
this
a
gonna
dual
hurt?
spawn? He's like, I'm going to push LG. Oh, wait, no, wait.
That's a terrible idea, actually. But the first prize is going to go to Bus Driver. Wenger is going to be finally grabbing a rock launcher, but here comes the pummel, and there it is for Cooler. Not quite first blood, but we'll take second blood. It was a better...
Is there some, yeah, did I miss something? Is it Gauntlet only for the first two frags? But regardless, Cooler gets another one up 2-1 quickly here as Mega's going to respawn. Toxic trying to make his way back into it. Vengabus trying to lay claim to it. Both of them on top of it. Rail misses from Toxic as they push out. Cooler takes down Wenger from behind.
They know they both can't get Mega, right?
Well, maybe. Like, you take half. Break it in half.
Yeah. but it's going to be 1-on-4. Already an explosive start here for AMD, as Tox is going to be up here taking control of pillars. Is going to be Bus Driver and Wenger moving back towards the power-up, but it's going to be Bus Driver getting that frag off, leaving it immediately, looking for Cooler or even Toxic off the spawn, but machine guns are so dangerous, as is every hit scan on Blood Covenant.
Yeah, going for those air rockets did not pay off. Great rail from Toxic here. Is he going to push him with the machine gun? Yes, he is. He's going to close the gap, but Bus Driver appears out of nowhere. A new challenger appears here as they push Toxic away. The LG tickle around the corner is going to be enough as Wenger pushes in 3 to 5 with 7 seconds till the quad. Wenger trying to push in through this TP. The rockets trying to keep him out. Turret, goes down. Cooler takes down Wenger, and it looks like AMD is going to secure this power-up.
There was a little window where Toxic died, where it was time to get back to the bookshelves, get back to the power-up and set up, but it took a little bit too long. Toxic was able to spawn, get behind them, and make the damage done, and that means that we've got a fresh Cooler with the quad on the board.
No rockets, though. Does have the vision so you can try and tell Tox where they are. A little bit of rail coming out here, but no dice. Does re-up on the rockets. Could catch him out here, and that shotgun is going to blow Bus Driver away.
I really hope he doesn't find me, but sometimes staying still is not the answer, especially up against the visor, as Cooler's going to be incredibly well stacked here, just like he was in Awoken. A great aim with that Tribal, a great aim with the LG after the rocket pop, and this damage. He doesn't even care about the turret.
Oh, I thought he was going to get taken out. 2 HP there as he drops down.
It would have been poetic.
He would have been tilted off the planet. But the stack is fantastic. The vision is even better as the swap to LG is phenomenal. Cooler displaying his knowledge of what weapons to use at what ranges. We saw right there, switch to the heavy machine gun to take out Bus Driver. And he's going to get the Mega as well. 12 to 4. The gap widening more and more as time ticks by here. And Bus Driver doing a great job of melting Cooler.
Yeah, Cooler was looking for that rail. He was a little bit off, hit the wall. It's going to turn into Bus Driver getting the pickup for Heavy. It's going to be a bit of a tough fight, as he's going to be taking it 2-on-1 just about, but breaking out here to the other side of the bridge, turning into a little bit of Clan Arena, but trying to back off and survive. Great rails, but they're not turning into frags just yet.
Yeah, Bus Driver needs to be careful there. Great rail there, trying to help out Wenger, but Wenger eventually does fall to Toxic. Bus Driver's going to grab this 50. He's going to push in to try and help. As Toxic up there pushes him out, 41 HP, 14 to 6. And Cooler takes down Wenger. That'll make it 15 to 6 with 10 seconds to protection. Let's get in on AMD's comms and listen to what they're doing.
Rocket one. One more rocket.
Yep, I got.
Yeah. I see both nail gun.
Okay, can you play Mega?
Yes, banana as well.
Let's play Mega.
Yep.
I'm pushing Heavy.
15 Mega. Yeah, safe.
I'm waiting Heavy. One
Yep.
shaft, both shaft.
Yeah, easy shaft.
They're pushing you. Heavy safe.
Yep. That hole.
Coming. Heal. Coming.
Yeah, nice. Passive for a bit. 15 Mega.
One at rail.
Yeah.
And 20 is Heavy. I'm holding shaft.
Playing Mega.
One at shaft. Coming.
Very, very clean comms there, but can I just say that I would love just listening to Toxic say the word banana all day?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I need a soundbite of that for my cell phone. But yeah, almost shades of Liquid comms there. I mean, I don't want to say they're super like Liquids, but very clean, efficient comms there on that power-up.
I won't dance around it there. Liquid is the model team for comms. They get the right call-outs, they get the right pacing.
Wow.
They really secure how much information is needed in that, but Cooler securing just about every frag in the LG room. It's going to be 22 to 6, and yeah, Blood Covenant just not going the Vengabus' way at the moment.
Yeah, Cooler's just going off this game. 22 to 6. Vengabus looks like they have all kinds of flat tires right now. 5 minutes in. Cooler and Tox doing a great job. 25 seconds to the quad, and Vengabus really needs to get in on this, but the stacks are just not there. Cooler takes down Wenger with the tribal from across catwalk onto the rockets. That opportunity might actually help him, as he does have the time to reset. 10 seconds to the quad. Cooler pops that vision. Wenger takes down Tox, so Cooler has to try and get on here, as Vengabus might actually get this relatively cleanly. 5 seconds to the quad. And yeah, they're going to concede, but again, with the lead this big, they just have to play keep away now.
And that's a little bit harder on Blood Covenant than it generally is on other maps. I mean, it's a big map. There's a lot of places to hide, but if you're caught in any of those spots, it's really difficult to extract, and Coolers is trying to make that as annoying a frag as possible, but Bus Driver still manages to pick it up, and he's going to be looking for Toxic as well, but Wenger is right next to him, so instead of having like, oh wow, great shot. But instead of having Wenger out on the rest of the board, searching for bodies, giving away some information, he's going to be right next to Bus Driver, and they're going to know exactly the same thing and consequently have the same lack of information.
Yeah, not really lucrative on there, but again, they didn't give it up to AMD, and with the gap this big, that's a win. You got to take it what you can, and Bus Driver try and get some of these rockets. Great use of the vision there, but won't quite get the frag yet.
Yeah,
Cooler actually takes down Wenger and survives that, it looks like.
He was expecting a lot more out of that. He was like, you're going to bring him around the corner, right? I'm right here. I got the shot ready. Just bring around the corner. Oh, you're dead. Great, never mind. And there's no armor either. So, you know what? Just, I'm finished. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Coming up, Bus Driver here as he jumps towards the Mega, and Cooler punishes that immediately here. Heavy machine gun out. He's going to push in with the LG and take down Wenger as well. 26-9. And this is looking more and more dire for Vengabus here as Cooler backs off to the Mega. Tox peppering a power up, trying to take down Bus Driver. The rails will miss from Cooler, but establishing dominance. Wow, what a rail right there. And he goes for the second, deletes Bus Driver. Now trying to close in on Wenger.
You know, bright side though, Wenger was able to get in on the heavy armor and take a frag off of Cooler. So nicely done there, and he's able to bring that timing right back to Bus Driver. He's like, remember armor? It's back.
Remember that one thing that we missed really bad?
Sorry, you're gonna have me on a roll now. It's unavoidable. But 11-27 here on Blood Covenant. It's gonna be nasty, nasty stuff for the Vengabus. Unless they can turn things around on this protection, it's gonna be a big fight from AMD right through the teleporter. Wenger going, do I go through one more time? Is this it? Is it done? I think so, because Cooler right on the protection now is gonna be out on the board and very dangerous.
Yeah, Wenger trying to just stave him off with the nails. Not gonna work. Bus Driver will take down Tox as Cooler just making his way towards the heavy. It'll be up shortly. He's gonna secure this one. 16 frag lead here. Vengabus getting a couple frags, but again, if they just keep trading it out, it's not going to do them any good. They need clean kills here. And Cooler's trying to get in with this LG. A little bit of a 2v1 down by the pillars, and Bus Driver gets caught out.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, Cooler really likes things nasty here, especially with that tribal.
Wow.
And a great rail. As we got Cooler down here, just mixing things up in the LG room, just looking for more bodies. It's like a Steven Seagal movie right now.
I want to know how many frags Cooler has, because I feel like he's popping off aggressively hard on this one. Just hitting everything. Cooler will grab the Mega and make his way over to Rockets. He might get another one here. Yes, down goes Wenger.
He's going to be staying top map, looking for even these rails on the drop downs. There's no angle that's safe from Cooler right now. He is just absolutely beasting it, and you know, we've been keeping our eyes on him, and of course Toxic is be doing a lot of damage as well, but for now the Cooler show must go on.
Pops that vision, and 33-13.
That is a score. That is a score.
They need, yeah. Let's see what Vengabus is going to try and do to stop the bleeding here.
Gonna go full. One on balcony and one on the pod. Pushing him, a portal. 0 damage. Mega? Yep, they're both on. 24 is heavy, I can't go for it. One going for it. He's in sight. One already on quad and one pillars. I'm gonna push it in. I am only mashing on. Okay. One Mega, a bit of point. Bullet can die. I did like 100 damage on him. Okay, he's saving it. They know where I am, Bridge does. Heavy up. He's dead. He's dead. I can't get. Those are possible. Heavy up for you. Gonna take it. Okay. Gonna go top. One balcony now.
Cooler can die, but he doesn't generally. But we got
Not
Wenger
today.
back on the squad. You could hear the excitement after he got the machine gun frag across the bridge. He was able to cross all the way across aside to the quad and get the pickup. And he's able to get a few frags off of it, but as you can see, they are staring into the long abyss of the score difference. As we're getting into the latter bits of Blood Covenant, 10 frags to go for AMD.
Yeah, I think it might be a little bit too late for Vengabus here. At this point, 40-17, I feel like at this point they kind of just need to take it slow, and if anything, use it as a long timeout and kind of talk about maybe the next map. I mean, I hate to be that guy to say, all right, well, this one's done, but this one's kind of looking done here as the Rockets come out. They do catch out Cooler down by the pillars, and anything can happen, as Death would say. So
During this map, though, I'm not so certain. Stick a fork in them, as the Vengabus is going to be looking for another chance here. But AMD going up 2-0. I mean, there's still, like you said, a chance, but I'm just not sure if there's time right now. Cooler goes down. Toxic still defending on the bridge, but still managing to nail Wenger right between the eyes.
Yeah, 10 HP gets that great rail. He's going to make his way over to the 225s and 41 to 19 with 30 seconds until the power up. Even if Vengabus get this one, they got to go on such a tear. Cooler takes down Bus Driver. Turret goes down on rockets, and Toxic missing some rails here. Bit of a layup here. Just needs to hit him. Just, can I buy a rail? Can I buy a rail?
And he only gets 3 cells of damage off of his LG and then runs out of ammo. He's going to be feeling a little bit frustrated here. You can see how agitated it is in his face. You can just see how angry he is. Calm down, Toxic.
Yeah, absolutely furious. As Q1 Cooler takes down Wenger, Toxic will actually get a nice spawn for the heavy here. It looks like the power-up goes over to Bus Driver.
That was an incredibly fortuitous spawn, but it still allows Bus Driver to get in on this protection. Not one that allows you to buy a lot of frags, but he's going to be RJing across the map, trying to get as close as possible, but still can't quite secure the frags. He is getting a little bit of ADD here, or at least a little bit of distraction, as everybody is just paring him down. There's the double LG as AMD takes over the protection.
Yeah, they definitely crossed the streams there, but 45 to 21, this one's all about done. And again, at this point, if I was Vengabus, I would just say, okay, let's just play this out, but let's talk about the next map. What can we do? What map are we going into? What's our strategy going into it? And just kind of use it as a long timeout.
I think in Blood Covenant, we died a lot. Like,
yeah, maybe we should stop dying and maybe get more frags. All right, ready? Break.
5 frags to go for AMD as we've got Toxic waiting for this Mega, or at least just throwing down a ton of rails here on the power-up. It's going to be traded off frags, but right now the battle of attrition will not be doing Vengabus much good. We got armor coming back up, and they both drop down. Okay, yeah. No,
Cooler's
you
like,
take it, because I'm good.
Cooler takes down Wenger 3 frags away from closing this one out. Using that blood pool a little bit. You saw doing some squat work.
I do want
an
animation of every champion just kind of like stamping their feet in the blood pool. That'd be nice.
That would be adorable, actually.
It would be, yeah. You can just see Scale Bear doing it for sure.
Scale Bear?
Scale Bear. Toxic, though, looking for these last few frags. He's been kind of holding on to the armored corner for some time, just maintaining that, because you know how dangerous Bus Driver can be with his own rails.
And Bus Driver's going to secure this Mega. But with 1:30 left, and this one's pretty much over.
It would be a great showing of respect if we saw AMD start to sandbag this a little bit more and start to play the clock. Just, relying on that gap. But at the same time, they definitely want to put this one up to 50 and make it a done deal. But we got Bus Driver back on the quad. He drops down without looking down first. The troll under the bridge is going to be Toxic, and now he's got the quad himself. 1 frag to go. And it's gonna be the totem.
Well,
no, the turret, rather. Yeah.
What better way to end that map?
Yeah, the donk.
Yeah.
That's going to be 2 up for AMD, and Cooler is looking just thrilled about that.
That was just a dominant performance.
He's bouncing off the walls.
He was popping off that map. So aggressive. And yeah, Vengabus at this point, chug that monster, get that energy going, try and reset mentally and just say, okay, new map, new us. Let's get into this. Let's get ourselves into the game, take a map. But look at some of these plays here, man. I mean, the Cooler I feel like he hit everything.
Yeah, I mean, Toxic was slipping up a few rails there, but Cooler just an absolute beast down in the LG room. A fantastic series of trades, and this is just the Cooler show.
Yeah, Tox was like, yeah, you did all right.
We did have a few good power-up runs from the Vengabus, but they just could not deal with it in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, you get behind to a certain point, and it's just kind of like, well, they could just trade out the kills. It's kind of over. I don't really know. You need such a massive swing. You need clean kills. You need power-ups. You need the stacks after the fights. Otherwise, you're never going to be able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as we get into map 3, we've got one more chance for the Vengabus to keep the party going.
Would you say it's the last chance?
I do kind of miss chance playing, just because that would always come up. But now we got last chance, so we got the same thing in TDM form.
Would you say it would come up like clockwork?
Get out. Get out. But
we're gonna see the only place I can sleep. All right, so full focus again. Cooler and Tox looking to close this one out. Are we gonna get 2 3-0s back to back? That would make me a little sad.
I don't know. At this point, I am a little bit sad that we're not going to see Cyberfight versus AMD.
Yeah.
because that would have been a hell of a matchup. But yesterday in the double elim, we saw almost every combination possible. It is just really great how many teams have been able to show up to this tournament, how many teams have been putting in the hours. And yesterday we just saw, you know, fantastic match after fantastic match. Now that we're into the semifinals, it's all, or getting towards the semifinals, it's all going to be single elimination, no more second chances, as it's going to be Corrupted Keep up for map 3.
Yeah, we're going to see if the lack of rail affects the gameplay at all. And we're going to get right into this one here as Toxic going up that Boneyard. Cooler right there to defend with him as they make their way onto the rocket. Cooler will get the first frag onto Wenger. A lot of machine gun damage. The Tri-Bolt return might not net the frag quite yet. 13 HP. Toxic hanging on. Actually,
there are other guns in the game, guys. Like, you don't have to use machine gun for everything, but that is going to be a bloody opening 30 seconds of Corrupted Keep. Bus Driver on the rocket launcher, just going to be eating a rocket himself, so a little bit more ammo for Cooler, but he wants this Mega, and he's going to get it.
Yeah, Cooler playing a bit ballsy on that trampoline, saying, you're going to have to hit your shot, otherwise I will. And it'll net him the frag 3-1 early.
That's exactly
here.
What Cooler sounds like, by the way.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he said that on stream multiple times.
You gotta hit your rockets, boy.
As he's making his way over, the LG will catch out Wenger there. Now Bus Driver's all alone in the Boneyard, and that's going to hurt. Toxic takes him down quick.
Yeah, Cooler's going to be fending off here, just maintaining that stack. And this is 3 for 3, where opening in the opening minutes at least, he's very greedy about the items. He wants to make sure that at the very least he's got timing on them all. He can communicate that to Toxic, and if it means that he can also take them all, then, you know, all the better.
Yeah, it's like, these are mine. I'll give you the times eventually, but these are mine.
That's a little bit harder to do on Corrupted Keep. That, oh my God, these rockets.
Wow, wow.
Jeez, flicking it out there.
Yeah. 15 HP though. There's the quad pickup. He's actually going to get it with 15 HP, and Bus Driver melts them both with the machine gun, and this is the turnaround that they need as Bus Driver makes his way over to the heavy as well. Wenger peppering with Tri-Bolt over towards the LG area.
But of course, we're going to be having Bus Driver on the quad, and his piercing size is going to be coming back up as well. And Venger's is trying to hoard some bodies, hoard some info, and kind of push everybody back into Bus Driver's open arms. It's not going to be happening, though. I mean, Venger's having a tough time corralling these guys.
Yeah, actually get caught out in the middle, too, and that'll turn around, and a frag for Toxic comes out. That did not work the way they wanted here. Toxic with a great defensive rocket. Rockets him right into Cooler, and Cooler catches him with a shotgun. Toxic says, all right, I finally got a Mega Cooler. It's mine.
All right, but Toxic's going to be up here at LG, defending that with the turret. Everybody coming through the teleporter. It's going to be a big party here, but Toxic's going to be the favorite for sure.
LG comes out, Toxic melts with Wenger. Yeah, a bit of a sandwich there after out of the TP exit. Shades of Night at the Roxbury.
A little bit. We got Toxic here. Coming back in on the LG, breaking up mid-map. And this is what I was saying about, you know, that heavy's a little bit harder to control, even if you are dominating the map, just because you can set up a bit of defense. Those angles with the rockets can be really nasty, and the heavy armor is a bonus.
Toxic on the chase with the LG, catches out Wenger. Wenger turns around, can't do anything about it. Bus Driver pushes Cooler off the map. Toxic takes on Bus Driver. Can he get the frag onto Wenger? Not quite. He will turn around onto Bus Driver again, and Bus Driver says, please stop. And Wenger says, you leave my friend alone. And Cooler with the gauntlet on a Bus Driver. Wenger takes down Cooler. More trades than the stock market right now, but again, Vengabus down by 5.
He was going, oh wait, I forgot to go for the pummel as the very first frag, so he's making up for it right here, right now. 5 frags between them as Corrupted Keep can be a bit more of a grind. We got 10 seconds to the protection, and this could be a nasty one, but right now, wow. Toxic brings it back, actually, 38 HP, and they're remembering what happened last time. They were both low health before the power-up came up. Cooler here with the gauntlet. It's not going to go his way. 4 HP left. It's going to be a massive trade of frags as the protection comes up.
Bus Driver again on the protection here. So that's 2 power-ups for Vengabus, but looking at the score, you wouldn't really be able to tell. They will be able to net control of the Mega at the very least off this. Toxic takes out Wenger. The chase has to come out from Bus Driver, but the defensive Tri-Bolt just peppering, knocking him up into the air.
At that point, you have to make the call like, oh yeah, he's using piercing sight, because that is just some 6th sense Tri-Bolt otherwise. But Bus Driver's going to be looking to make a few steals down here in the Bone Horde. But it's not going to go his way. Cooler ready with the shotgun, switching back over to machine gun immediately and doing a ton of damage.
Closing the gap a little bit here. 4 frags. Wenger sees the Mega and he's like, please, somebody take it. And Toxic makes sure Wenger takes that LG here as Cooler pushing in with the nail gun. Eat a lot of shaft, but he actually wins that out. 1 HP again, and we've seen that so many times from Cooler, the 1 HP warrior.
Yeah, this is how good at math he is. I could take exactly this much damage and be okay.
That's exactly what he thinks, yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't do the right Cooler impression. This is exactly how much damage I could take all of this damage into 1 HP. Perfect.
Yeah,
Absolutely
nailed
perfect.
it. Can't
All right,
be more
there's going to be
spot
a big mix-up here at the Mega. Wenger dropping down onto the awaiting shaft, but Wenger is not quite able to finish the job as Mega's going to be ages away. He's acting like he's about to come back up, but he's just going to have to depend on the poverty items. Of the 225 is almost getting knocked out of the map, still alive, just barely.
Yeah, I thought that second rocket was going to connect. 18 HP trying to wait on this Mega, but it's not going to be up. Let's try and get in on Vengabus's comms and see what they're going through right now.
16 Mega I can take.
Yep.
Hux on bones.
Yep. Visor no damage.
Okay, he's gonna get heavy, I think. I'm gonna take LG.
I don't have a gun.
You won't have weapon, but I'll try and do damage.
Okay.
1 shotgun and 1 above. I'm 18 health now. Trying to do damage at heavy.
I took it.
Yours if possible. The Mega side if you need help.
He's so low. Fuck.
Gonna check for this armor.
He's going heavy.
He passed it. Gonna try and steal the Mega.
Okay.
Visor is on nail. The other one is Mega.
I'm camping on tribal.
Okay, Mega's still up.
100 on him.
Mega 22. I'm coming to you. I'm spamming the pole.
Super low.
He took 60.
What a quad run, but it's going to be Wenger. I hear him doing a lot of, relating of things that have already happened. Because we heard Buscar go, let me know if you need help with that quad, buddy. You need help? And the next thing you hear from Wenger is, I'm dead.
Oops, I died, my
Yes.
bad. And again, Wenger drops to Cooler here. Toxic trying to grab that health, peppering on to the Mega. It will go to Vengabus, but decent damage from Toxic. A little bit of a shotgun blast from around the corner as well. And I think AMD is doing a good job of making sure that they're always low for the power-ups. That rocket dunk from Tox, wow.
Yeah, these long-range shots out of Toxic are absolutely insane, but as you can tell, we've seen some good come out of it for the Vengabus. We are currently at 22 to 28. They're just trying to pepper Toxic from across the map, but that is just leaving their backs open for Cooler to do his thing. But Cooler goes down in this 2v1. Toxic can't really go to his defense either.
Yeah, trying to switch to the rockets. Finally re-ups. He went click, click, boom. Coming in like a wrecking ball. Wenger with the HMG finally finishes him off. Bus driver patiently waiting on the heavy, and it's not going to be there, so he needs to get out. Wenger takes down Cooler. Does have the vision, not going to pop it yet. Eats a lot of damage coming out of the TP. 1 HP for Bus driver. As he's doing his best Cooler impression here. He's going to grab the 225s. 10 seconds just about until the power-up. There's the vision now, so he gets the data. Good initial rocket here. Cooler takes down Wenger, though. The LG is going to be spot on, but Toxic also has an LG of his own and melts him. Cooler tries to drop on. We'll get a little bit of damage to take down Wenger. That was, yeah.
I cannot believe he made that work with the 4 HP that he had. Just Goomba stomping him, getting right up on him, and taking the protection on back, which is good timing for AMD because they were very close to losing out not only the power-up, but the lead. 25 to 31, an incredibly close one here on Corrupt the Keep so far, but Toxic is going to be looking for bodies and just about catching Wenger, going through the teleporter once, twice, 3 times the frag.
Yeah, it was quite the dance there, but unfortunately for Wenger, it was fatal. Toxic going through on the chase, and Wenger says, stop it, just stop that.
That's got to feel
No
good.
soliciting in this house.
Yeah. All right, but Cooler goes down as well. It's going to be both Toxic and Cooler relatively fresh spawns. As Toxic picks up a rocket launcher and will be defending the Bone Horde. It's going to be Cooler. Almost knocked out of the window, almost knocked out of the map. Being very careful there. But 27 to 34, this isn't over just yet.
5 HP. Is he going to drop down? He already took those health bubbles. He actually gets the kill on a Bus driver, and there it is. Wenger finally finishing that frag. Very important there.
Bus driver's going to be looking for all the right fights in all the wrong places. Down to 18 HP, just trying to recover, but here at the heavy armor side of the map, he's really just got to leave it, and he might just get pushed out anyway.
Trying to land the rockets, can't. Toxic and Cooler will take down Wenger and Bus driver.
Yeah, that's a little bit heartbreaking to see. Like, all that spam coming out, they don't really know that he's up there. They're not really paying attention to him, and he just cannot get the splash damage off.
Yeah, nothing more frustrating than free damage that you don't take. As 28 to 38, and Cooler will go ahead and take that Mega, making his way over to the heavy. Bus driver takes down Tox. Wenger gonna get caught out by shotgun here. Pops Cooler into the lava. That's gonna help him a little bit. Wenger with the shotgun switch takes him down, but Toxic's turret right there to do some work for him.
Between the turret and the LG, Toxic is going to be incredibly dangerous here. 5 seconds to the quad. You can see that frags are still happening away from the power-up just because it's too dangerous to be there, but there's the drop down. Wenger gets the grab, but Cooler is able to take him right back on down.
Yeah, anytime Vengabus touches the power-up, it gets immediately ripped from their hands as Cooler now has the heavy and the quad. He can go on a tear here, 42-30. And this map is small enough to where if he gets a good run going, this could be it. But time is ticking, so it looks like it might actually work out. There's one. Will he get another one around the corner? There's the second on Wenger, as the quad will slowly run out. So not the best quad run, but again, enough to solidify their lead at 13 frags.
Yeah, that's really going to help them out here, and it's going to put them well on their way to capping off at 50 frags, which will win them a 3-0 series against the Vengabus. But again, we've got a little bit of time here. They've actually kept this one fairly quick, which also means that the Vengabus could bring things back together. But just looking at the pacing of things right now, well, Venger's able to make that frag happen. But here in the red room, everybody's going to be dying. It's not going to be someplace where you kind of like, yeah, squeeze out an advantage. So Wenger breaking off to go get an armor, but he doesn't have the timing, doesn't know the territory.
Yeah, just waiting. He's like, surely it'll be up soon. Now.
Anytime now.
Now.
Anytime
now. What about now? Now. And he finally decides to leave right when it is about to come up.
That's the rule.
Of course, you have to. He does get the mega, which is nice. Throws down the turret. Bus driver right there with him as they control LG, but at 45-33 and 4 minutes left, they need to get these frags. Toxic says, I'll get the frag if you don't want the frag, and takes down Wenger. 47 now to 33 as Cooler takes down Bus Driver, inching closer and closer to taking this series here. Toxic with a great rocket. Cooler takes down Wenger, 48-33, and it looks like AMD is going to be able to close this one out.
They're going to be looking for it here. Toxic with LG rockets at the ready, getting some good info from Cooler. Here comes the rescue and the pin down on Bus Driver as he's not quite able to get away from that mega. Toxic looking for some spam off on the teleporter exit. Breaking back off here just to be like, oh, they're both in there. All right, cool. We're going to open up this can of sardines and cap off the map, cap off the series with the quad coming back up, but it's not, or rather with the protection coming back up, but it's not going to keep them safe. Bus Driver needs to not die with this protection.
Yeah, neither player could die right now. 74 HP. The rockets are decent, but he's going to get caught out. Surely this is going to be it. The mega comes up just in time. They're still staying alive.
At the same time, you could see that it wasn't going to be going their way. Fantastic work out of Cooler, out of Toxic, as they were going to be moving on forward as AMD into the semifinals against Last Chance.
Yeah, a great series there. I mean, it kind of went the way everyone thought. I'm surprised at that last power-up, they actually, like, focus attacked it was the protection. And it was like, it's the last frag. Why not go?
There might have been a little bit of, all right, let's just get this off cleanly. So the Vengabus, they like the party. They like the party, but they're going to be doing it off stage from now on.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that bus is parked, but do we see the handshakes coming out? He's only 19, okay?
Yeah.
He's only 19. He's just a boy.
Just a kid. But it's going to be fantastic stuff. Toxic smile spotted out in the wild. Yeah.
I need a screenshot of that. I missed it.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to put that together, but it's going to be on my phone for a while.
Okay. Yeah, make it your wallpaper. But analysts, let's break that down, huh?
I'm pretty sure Tox is like Barney Stinson. If you ever get a picture of him, even if he's not smiling from you, he'll be smiling in the picture. So if you get a screenshot of that, he actually will have a straight face. I'm sorry for you. You had to have seen it live because it's not happening. But guys, that's what we thought, right? AMD, all three of us, everyone at home as well. I think there's 92% of you voted for AMD to potentially pick up this victory, and they did. But one thing I want to mention off the bat is something 40 was just talking about, how like when protection was coming up and they needed one frag, they didn't just go for the frag, they played around protection. We saw that even on Blood Covenant. They were up by over double the frags, and yet they didn't split off when they needed only 5. They didn't split off and just go for kills. They played the mental game. They stuck together. They played it like they were just equal in frags. They did not let anything slip.
It's important. I talk about this a lot, about building, making good habits. And I mentioned too, Rafa has a habit. When you're playing somebody inferior or a lesser group of players, you still, or if you're ahead, you want to make the correct plays, the correct strategic plays. Because when you play somebody good, you want to be in the habit of making good decisions. So that's good that they did that.
Yeah, I mean, you get in the zone, you know, and you keep playing. It's why sometimes when it comes to Team Liquid, Rafa calls out the score for his teammate, because sometimes people just get so caught up into the game that they don't really pay attention to that. They just play their own game, and you see a true start to finish. And that's exactly the hallmarks of real champions, in my opinion.
Well, like at the end of every match we have, let's take a look at the top 3 plays from AMD up against Vengabus. We bring in a star-studded man who we did see a slight smile from on the camera, even though he probably won't admit to it. But you can just see, this was basically AMD's bust.
Yeah.
The train left the station and it didn't stop.
Yeah, it's pretty much, I think, what we expect. I expected a clean but fairly close victory for them. Blood Covenant is obviously a strength for Tox and Coolers. That was just a showcase of their ability there.
And those frags, though, Cooler's rail was on point. Those tiny pixel shots using the piercing side to get a tiny bit of extra information. You could make a frag movie out of these 3 maps alone, I think.
There's a lot of frag movies you can make over the course of this tournament so far. Tox, you're with us.